Hey everyone, welcome to the Hornet King channel. I get asked all the time, what was my favorite yellow jacket nest removal or European hornet nest removal? So I decided to re-edit 4 of my favorite removals and put them into one video for you guys. So what I want you to do is go into the comments after watching this video and tell me which one was your favorite or which one you found the most interesting. Something else I've done, finally, I've been asked over and over again, when are you gonna have animal merch? So I decided to do squirrel merch. And decided to put 2 of the dumb expressions that I say with, "Hello, squirrel. Oh, what a good squirrel." So I put that on a shirt. You can go to my Teespring store and purchase one of my shirts. All right, enough sales pitch. Here's the video. Check it out. Here's the shirt. Check out the shirt. I'm the Hornet King, and I removed some incredible and insane wasp nests. So I had a woman reach out to me because she'd been attacked when she went out to her woodpile by yellow jackets. She didn't really know where the nest was, so when I showed up there, this is what I found. Of course, it had to be southern yellow jackets, Vespula squamosa, the most aggressive yellow jacket species that I deal with here in PA. Southern yellow jackets, or Vespula squamosa, are a super sensitive colony. So when they come out, they attack because they're sensitive to anything being around their nest, and they latch onto you. So they bite with their mandibles, and then they sting with their abdomen over and over again to try to dissuade anybody from being near their colony. Well, you can see with this particular colony, they were swarming absolutely everywhere. So what I had to do is damage control. I obviously didn't have to bang on the ground or anything to get them to be stirred up. They were already stirred up just by me moving some of these planks out of the way. So I just sat there with my vacuum and vacuumed up as many of the returning foragers and any workers and guards that were swarming. Here's one of the queens. When people ask me in the videos, how do you tell the queens apart? Well, with southern yellow jackets, it's super obvious. Southern yellow jacket queens are bright orange, and they're much, much larger than their workers. So I just sat here for quite a bit after pulling the nest out, and I just let the vacuum run. It doesn't look like I'm catching any just because of the way it is in a video, but when you're holding on to that vacuum nozzle and you're sucking up yellow jackets, it feels like you're sucking up pennies. Like you can feel them going in rather than being able to see them go in. So this nest was absolutely packed with larvae and pupae.
And it was another great day of saving the bees.
Absolutely not. What would you do if you had a yellow jacket super nest inside your house? Well, this client did, and she called me to come and remove 5 years worth of yellow jackets nest from her home. So I arrived at this client's house, and she had yellow jackets flying in and out of her soffit. She didn't know where the nest was. She was finding some yellow jackets in her upstairs bathroom, so she asked me to come and investigate, and I said, looks like this nest is probably above the bump-out window. So I took off some of the siding and exposed this nest. Crazy how builders build these homes here in North America where they don't put any plywood above some of these spaces, which is absolutely nutty. So inside of this cavity would have been some blown-in insulation, and this yellow jacket's nest over the course of several years just started building and pulling out that insulation and growing layers and layers of comb. Now people are going to ask me, how does this happen, especially up in the north where I am, where we have winters, and winters obviously get cold, and do the nests survive, and etc. No, so what happens is each colony develops new queens at the end of the season. Those new queens will leave the space and they go off to hibernate somewhere. And then next spring, they reemerge to start their own colonies. When it comes to these German yellow jacket colonies, or Vespula germanica, oftentimes the queens, if it gets cold too fast, like a snap freeze, the queens inside of these nests will then hibernate within these cavities. So the next spring when they emerge, they get out of these cavities like, wait a minute, that was a good place to live. So they continue to build inside of that space. That's what happened here. I pulled out over 5 different seasons of Yellow Jackets' nests from this cavity. And the thing is that they were all German Yellow Jackets, so they must have all been from the same lineage. But look at the size of this nest. It was like 3 cheese pizzas stacked on top of each other. And yes, that is the official measuring unit for Yellow Jackets' nest. So I bag this thing up and get ready to take it home to feed it to my animals, my emus, my chickens, my Rhea, and my squirrels. But I just stay for a while and do damage control. You can see there's a ton of Yellow Jackets still flying all over the place. It's not a danger to anybody because most of those are ones coming back from foraging and they're like, WTF, what's happening here? So I just continue vacuuming up and vacuum up the entire cavity. So I was there for probably about 50 minutes to an hour, vacuuming up everything out of this cavity. And at the bottom where I was pulling all that envelope and stuff out, I just threw all that dead nest material and all the envelope, put into a bag, and I took it home and I burned it.
Oh, what a good squeal. Oh, what a yawning squeal. Oh, what a yawning squeal. Go ahead and nibble on this squeal. Oh, it's a good squeal. Oh, it's a good squeal. There's a larva, squeal. Go ahead and pop it and nibble it, squeal. Go ahead, Doris. I knew you wanted it. Down the hatch. Hey, Doris. Everybody get everything? Got everything already? Oh, Rhea-the-Rhea. Hello, Rhea-the-Rhea.
So during the day, I do about 9 to 12 Yellow Jacket or Hornet's nest removals for clients. So I bring all these nests home and feed them to my animals. Well, not all the nest gets eaten by my animals because it's a lot of stuff to consume. So a lot of the night critters get them. So these are just resident skunks and a couple possums that come around and they eat up the nests. A nest of over 10,000 Yellow Jackets made their home inside this elderly couple's interior wall space. These elderly folks were sporadically finding Yellow Jackets throughout their house and they could hear them chewing the walls. But since these folks couldn't walk very well, if this colony had broken through the wall, it would have released thousands of wasps into their living space, and this couple would not have been able to escape. Luckily, they called me before any tragedy happened. I accessed the nest from behind the paneling in this hallway, releasing thousands of Yellow Jackets into this space, and these German Yellow Jackets were all over me, latching, biting, and stinging my hands and my face over and over again. This nest was about 30 inches long, 13 inches high, and about 4 inches deep. And that's not to mention all the paper envelope that was spanning multiple stud bays. Once released into the living space, these wasps will just fly right to the lights or the windows where I can quickly and easily suck them up in my vacuum. Reaching my hands into the wall cavity, grabbing this humming and buzzing nest to remove it. And once I remove the nest, I vacuum up all the remaining workers and returning foragers. And at the end of my day of removing over 9 nests, I bring them all home to feed them to all my birds and my squirrels.
Everybody asks, show me inside the vacuum. Show me inside the vacuum. Alright, there it is. Dump it out, punk. Come on, Squeal. Come on, Squeal. It's just my suit, Squeal. That's what makes noise the way it does.
What would you do if you had a hornet infestation inside your bedroom wall? Well, this client did. She was lying in bed in the middle of the night and she could hear them chewing the drywall. And she never knew if they were imminently coming through the wall to come out and swarm her and attack her in the middle of the night. So she called me to come and remove this nest. So I came out and pinpointed where the nest was inside the wall cavity, cut open the wall, and exposed this ginormous nest. This thing was packed with thousands of hornets and thousands of larvae and pupae. So I reached my hands into the cavity and started pulling this nest out. There were hundreds of hornets still in between the layers of comb, so you don't really know what you're grabbing when you stick your hands inside this cavity like this. And then all the ones that flew into the space, they kind of congregated around the top of the ceiling fan and just vacuumed them up off of there. That's the queen right there. That's the queen. I can't believe how freaking big this is. And that scraping sound you're hearing is the larvae scraping the cell walls with their mandibles, telling the workers, hey, I'm ready to be fed or I'm ready to be toileted. So all of this movement you're seeing is them scraping the cell walls and trying to trigger adults to come and feed them some sustenance. And this is a rare find of seeing a European hornet hatching from the cell. 2 weeks ago, this would have been a larva, and now it's hatched into an adult.
Oh, squirrel, squirrel.
So as usual, I bring my nest home and I feed all the nest to my animals, my 2 emus, my chickens, Rhea, and my squirrels.
A yummy wasp larva and pupating adult squirrel, squirrel.
All the hornets. Alright everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to check out this video. If you guys enjoyed this content, drop in the comments, let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions for future videos, something you'd like to see me cover in an upcoming video, also drop in the comments, let me know. Again, shameless advertising. If you'd like to get one of the new Squirrel merch shirts, feel free to drop over to Teespring or donate $25 in the continental US to my PayPal link below, and they'll give you the shirt size of your choice. And as I'm sure some of you have noticed, 5 of you have noticed that I haven't been posting nearly as much on YouTube as I have been in the past, and that's mainly because during the winter time, viewership drops off and YouTube stops promoting my stuff as much because people really aren't searching for Wasp, Hornet, Yellow Jacket content. So all of my normal viewers are here looking for that content. Again, all 5 of you. So what I have been doing is posting more of the shorter form content, like on TikTok at Hornet King Official, or on my Facebook account as Hornet King LLC. Those ones have shorter content, so usually 3.5 to 4 minute videos, and then the Facebook in-stream that usually has about 8-minute long videos. So I have only been really posting those videos that I've been editing for those platforms onto the Hornet King YouTube channel. So if you'd like to see more of these longer form videos, drop in the comments, let me know that that's what you like seeing, because I kind of like editing down the content and make it a little bit more digestible. But if you like the longer form, I'll keep doing the longer form, like 15 to 20 minute videos. So again, it's whatever you guys want to see. It doesn't matter what I want to make, because I enjoy making it all, so it doesn't really matter. So just drop in the comments, let me know what you'd like to see. Again, if you'd like to get a shirt, drop into the Teespring or into the PayPal account and donate $25 in the continental US. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for tuning in to check out this video and supporting my channel, and I'll catch you on the next video.
Oh, what a good squirrel.